What train are we on, Sherry?
Train.
Which one? Where are we going? Where are we going?
Well, we're going to the Harry Potter studio tour, but we're going to Watchford first. It's going to take away for the rest.
I can give you enough time to take pictures before we go inside. So I'm head to the ticket collection office over there to grab your Harry Potter tickets. Feel free to go to the Wimbledon chess pieces, all the ones over there to take pictures. I'll be back here in around 5 minutes, then I hand out all your tickets and we'll make our way into the entrance. Yep, so back here in 5 minutes.
Sure.
He was a taller man standing at 6'10", which makes him more qualified to play the half giant. However, even for him to dress up in the costume, they had to take out his shoes, pat on his costume, and even give him an animatronic head to resemble Winkle Frick's face as the half giant. So don't just stand right next to the door. Please keep coming in so that you can get everyone to be in the Great Hall, and the door shuts behind you, and that will make the best photography opportunities for all of you as well. So just keep moving in. Perfect. So, as you're listening us during the Dark Arts feature, you see us all dressed and ready for the Halloween feast, as seen in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Now while you're walking in, don't forget to look up. As you can see, we have got a lot of floating lantern pumpkins just right above your head. In fact, these are all the things that's been recreated by Pierre Bohana, his prop making team, and of course the production designers for Rangers, for you to see as part of this Dark Arts feature. And of course, we can't talk about Halloween feast without the scrumptious food. So if you like, you may also look to the table right in front of me. We have got plenty of food being displayed right here, just as it was back in the filming days. So some of the foods were real, or some aren't. So if you have good eyes for details, I hope you can tell which one is fake, which ones are real, and these are
but it is absolutely gorgeous. The walls were actually coated in this silver lame fabric that you see behind, because it picks up the light better than a paint would on camera. Paint, if you use silver paint, will just look grey on screen. So they plastered this silver lame onto the walls to get that nice shine. Also, this is one of 6 sculpture centerpieces that were created on your wall. I don't know if we also have the Princess Slughorn just here. Currently, the set is dressed for Half-Blood Prince, because that's the last time that we actually saw the set in action. Most of the time, we left the sets as they were the last time they were filmed with. So in here we have the Felix Felicis on the central table over there, the liquid luck that Harry wins, and we also have the Half-Blood Prince's copy of Advanced Potion Making, which is why I bring you over here. Everybody likes to pick that version of the book up, and it is quite literally glued to the table, but inside it there. The books you see in here are some of those yellow pages and everything else, so they really did just put a different colour That might be a Dumbledore's office. I've looked for my family, couldn't find it, sadly. So the concept for Dumbledore's office, if you try and picture in your head now the outside of Hogwarts, there's that big rectangular building and there's a big fat tower that has three little turrets coming off the top. Those three turrets are Dumbledore's office. Architecturally speaking, if Hogwarts was a real building, it wouldn't stand up. It needs magic to do it. So to create Dumbledore's office, standing up, and it's Harry's home. He doesn't really have a home at the Dursleys, you know, he lived in a cupboard for a while, so this is his home. So it's meant to be very warm, very comfortable, very inviting as a set. Now also you might have noticed on the walls we have this gorgeous tapestry. I don't know if any of you have been to the Cluny Museum in Paris, but you might have seen the original version of this tapestry. It's called The Lady and the Unicorn, and they chose it because it's red and it has lions on it. Perfect for Gryffindor. Obviously we couldn't afford the actual tapestry itself, so we've got to print it on tapestry fabric, but when
Please make way for the Death Eaters.
the Death Eaters are wearing the actual Death Eater costumes from the movie. Very cool. And they're just going to walk past here. So we'll very lovely. They are all the way. Make the set grow with the boys because they would have to rebuild everything, and that's a lot of money. And if you have to do that every single time a boy grows, that's a lot of money for Warner Brothers. So instead they just were clever with filming in the later movies. You never see the boys lying down. They are sat on the beds with their knees up to their chests, or they are sat down on the floor or standing up. You do not see them lying down fully in the beds. I think the only one that was okay was Daniel Radcliffe. He is my height. So he could curl up quite easily in the beds, but the rest of the boys struggled a bit too much. Also, like Hagrid is. So instead, he was also played by 6'10" Martin Bayfield, who was an ex-England rugby player. They did the same thing with Madame Maxime in the York Hall. So she was not only played by Frances Delatour, but she was also played by Ian White. And of course, the iconic knitting needles just over here. Those knitting needles were the single most difficult thing that John Richardson, the special effects supervisor, has ever had to make in a movie ever. He found them so difficult because of the motion of the knitting. It was really hard to recreate with mechanics.
Troy would love that.
Hello everyone and welcome to the main
So we have two fire stations.
I'm here by the studio. I'm standing next to the Magic is Light statue. So if you would like to learn a little bit of one, please go around the stage and make sure
It was just so immersive. All he could see around him was the ministry, and it was so big, they actually didn't have enough extra. Not the original Buckbeak, but we will see him later. We are going to head around this corner in just a second. We're just going to wait for something to change. But you can see up above our heads loads of cobwebs. So these are made of fishing wire and hot glue, and each
in windows, and those would have exploded as well, but obviously we don't want to shatter you with glass, and we also had real fire in that scene as well.
this is what they filmed on, so it's very special that you get to see it. It still gets to be
boxes. They are literally all facing that way because the other sides are literally burnt from when we were filming. And we do have Peter driving about and
sweet shots, you can tell by the windows. They've just painted blue instead. That is why in Hogsmeade it's never out of winter. It's always snowy because it looks too much like Diagon Alley. Even in the Wizarding World. No. We like it when we can see it. Alright. Doris, yes. We call her Doris. I spoke to Bryn Court, who sculpted the one in Orlando that's on top of Gringotts there, and theirs is called Lawrence. So we're Doris and Lawrence, which is really nice. So at the moment for Dark Arts, we are a little bit darker here on Diagon Alley, and we have burnt bits blown off of them from the heat of the explosion. And as Kim just said, the front windows were replaced with sugar glass, the front steps with rubber, so it was a safe and controlled explosion, so it was perfectly safe to do. We also have the lovely dressed for the Half-Blood Prince, we had to dress Flourish and Blotts to be Gilderoy Lockhart, of course we did. And if you look at the books in the front window there, you can see